I think we could be live. Just gonna check. And we're live. Hello everybody. We're just sorting a few things out. Can you hear us okay?
Good evening, welcome to Lulu.
Can you hear us okay? Sorted. Sorted. One sec. One thing I haven't done.
Seamless.
I know, yes, but we're really prepared, aren't we? 1 second.
Seamless as ever. Where are you going?
Just.
Just sitting here on my own with my big red face. Yes, hello everyone. Hello Phil and Vlogger Man for doing the spannering or tooling. What do you call it?
Yeah. Garbage. Blue spannering.
Blue spannering. So good evening.
Right.
Hope you've all been outside clapping for the NHS and what have you.
We've just done our clapping, that's why we were a bit late. I forgot that we were supposed to be clapping for the NHS. So we're a little bit later than planned.
But as usual, seamless.
Yeah, well, you know,
flawless.
it's all
like a well-oiled machine.
This is what happens when you go live.
Do I have to have this thing here? What's this?
Oh, the microphone. Yeah, I'll put it back on now then. Hopefully I won't need to move again.
Hope you're all okay.
I just hope everybody can hear us okay.
Safe. Hello to everyone joining us.
Thank you everybody for joining us.
I have a big red face. Apparently now I have shingles.
Yeah, Claire now has shingles.
Yeah, apparently. Or it could be a reaction to all the drugs.
We think with Claire's immune system being so low, you've gone all red-faced, you've got bloodshot eyes, and you've got a rash down one arm. So, it could be shingles now.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope you're all staying safe. You know.
So we did our applause for the NHS and key workers. Well done, Andy Morley, Damien Hollenberry, and Oliver Cox for shaving your head. Welcome to my world.
I can shave my muzzy.
Yeah, Claire's going to shave her muzzy.
And I'm going to wax his leg.
You're not waxing anything. No chance. No chance. By the way, Phil and Juliet, excellent first live you did the other day.
Yay.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well done, Phil and my Juliet.
All that nerves and worry. No need in the end, was there?
Yeah.
We've already made a fool of ourselves once, so we're about to do it again.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at ourselves on the big screen. What do we look like? Hope that light isn't shining off my head. Right, I'm just going to have a little look at these comments.
Excuse me. Apologies if I cough, I may have to leave the room. But hope you've all been entertaining yourselves during the lockdown. Just wondering what you've all been doing. Have you done anything new? Anything you've wanted to try but haven't before? Now you've got the time. I've been making a skirt. Generally.
Hi Damien, hi Desmond's Donders.
Hello.
Linda Leedham. Tow your own way.
You can tow your own way.
Thanks to the Caravan vlogger and thanks for Phil for blue spannering tonight for us. Hello Henry Barnett. It's these glasses. I should have put my reading glasses on, shouldn't I?
You're such a moron.
It is seamless this live, isn't it?
Flawless.
Flawless.
Like a well-oiled machine. Oh. The dogs are comfy anyway.
Yeah. Look at this. The dogs took over the couch. That's why I'm slightly of this. Where I'm getting pushed further and further off the screen.
Mike's over there playing.
Mike's on his computer, being a good lad.
Got your Keith Lemon bandage.
Yeah, me Keith Lemon bandage, as Claire likes to call it. I've just been suffering again with my wrist, that's all, with this bloody arthritis driving me up the wall. So what's everybody been doing? We have been rock and roll, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Gardening,
Yeah, gardening, doing a bit of gardening.
sorting the shed
I
out.
sat and watched mostly.
Yeah, we helped. We cleared our garden shed, our big shed at the bottom of the garden.
I held the bag for the grass
For the grass cuttings,
You
no.
mowed the lawn.
We were a good team. We did well, didn't we? Considering you weren't feeling your best.
Yeah.
But what did everybody think of our mastermind
Oh,
question and answers?
I enjoyed doing that.
So
That
much
was-
fun doing that.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
So thanks Caravan Vlogger for the nomination. So much fun doing it. What did I get called?
Magnus.
Ian Magnuson.
Ian Magnus.
Ianus Magnuson.
Oh dear, sorry. So, we haven't really got a plan of
No,
what to say or what to chat about.
no, I was just, we were just wondering how everybody's coping with being in this lockdown. It's all right. It's just we're really missing the caravan. It's really tough, isn't it? And it's been a tough time because you took it ill, and then you're recovering, and then I lost a good pal at work, Harry MacGyver. He was one of the gentlemen of the depot. Yeah, rest in peace, Harry. He was an avid Celtic supporter.
He was biggest Celtic fan ever.
Loved his family, and he was just a gentleman around the factory. And he's going to be really missed when we all go back to work. The yard, you know what I mean. The depot. He's going to be really, really missed, and we all knew he was in hospital on a ventilator, but we all kind of prayed and hoped he'd make it.
About being in, to be honest. All good about
I
that.
remembered it. It was a difficult, 20 hours or so, 25 hours. Scared the living daylights out of me. Please don't do that again, Lord.
I'll try not to. You alright, Mike? You're going to come say hello?
Getting rather shine off my head with those lights.
Light. Light. Come say hello. Oh, you have to... There he is. Say hello.
Was that your cameo appearance?
Yeah. He'll charge us another Xbox game for that
Yeah.
appearance.
Probably. Yeah, he's already cost us one Xbox game today. So yeah, it's a challenging time. It was tough with you going into hospital. Tough losing a good friend from work, colleague. But you've got to get on with life, haven't you? You've got to pick yourself up and move forward. That's why you said no, carry on making videos. So you got involved in the mastermind one. I think we all needed a bit of a pick up, didn't we? It was just too much negativity, wasn't it? It's been a really sad time. So we tried to pick ourselves up.
How many of them have you had?
Oh, here we go. This is where it all goes crazy. He's come walking in with a box of cakes now. Go on, you can have one little cake, okay?
What?
Even, yeah, one to him means half the box, doesn't it? Right, I really should be reading these comments. So,
Yes, you should.
what have we been doing in the garden, love? What did we do the other day? Because we were missing the caravan so much.
We had a barbecue with the Cada. You enjoyed that barbecue, didn't you, love? Yeah, you had a big sausage, didn't you?
Hi, Sharon Foster. Hi, Crafty Caravanners. Itchy Feet, Joe and Mart.
Crafty caravanners.
Yeah.
As in crafty, as in
I don't know. You'll have to ask them.
crafty as in making crafty.
No, I don't know. They're not like you, love. You're a geek. Yeah, Claire's now, to kill the time, you've got a new hobby now, haven't you? It's already costing money. And what do you want? A dressmaking form?
Yeah, dressmakers.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Because I was trying to do the hem on a skirt.
Trev and Sue, hi.
Hiya, but I couldn't even get it round his middle.
Hitch up and toe. The Twaits, if I remember right. We should meet them pretty soon because they live in Southport.
Ah,
They may
they're the ones
get to meet them soon.
Phil and Juliet and us, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in between. Southport. Southport site, very nice site there. Very nice site.
We did what's on
Well,
your
we
paper?
made a few notes of what to talk about tonight, but we seem to be waffling, don't we?
Well,
I'm
we
just
always
I'm
do,
just
don't
trying
we?
to say hello to people. Bob
That's your
Earnshaw,
paper.
I like Bob. Jeff Foster, hello Jeff.
Hi everyone, welcome
I'm
to
just
our
trying to.
waffling, rambling.
Sharon Foster,
We've done Sharon,
have I?
I think.
Sorry. I'm just trying to
Got
go
a double
through.
mention there, look. Wait.
Just spent the afternoon.
I'm spleen. I've got to try.
Crafty Caravans. Kaz says she does a mean beans on toast. She can't beat beans on toast with a bit of brown sauce.
Lovely. Bit of cheese on the top as well.
Ian and Sonia, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the madness.
The madness, the usual madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were missing the caravan so much, we got the Kadak out. We got the chairs out the shed. The new, what we called fat arse chairs, because they're extra wide ones, because of my bulk and your bum.
There's nothing wrong with my bum.
Yeah, but it's wide, like my belly.
I don't take a whole seat with me when I stand up.
Well, that's why we got the wide ones. Hopefully I won't do that anymore. I should be losing weight since we're all locked down. We've had no...
You've done nothing but eat.
Yeah, but we've had no fast food. Have we?
It's bloody fast coming out the kitchen, I can tell you that.
Well, I ain't. I'm not eating it all, am I?
Now I suppose he helps. He's made his way through an entire box of Tesco muffins today.
I didn't.
No,
He did.
has.
Caravan with Westies, hi. I should really start reading some of these comments, love.
Give us your paper.
Joe and Martin, we had a lovely conversation on Sunday, but you should cut your hair for the NHS.
You should, Mark.
And Claire will do her top lip for the NHS as well.
I'll do my top lip if I can wax your leg.
Mart, you've got about that much hair all over your head. That's got to be shaved off. That, come on, off.
Oh.
Who's Hitch up and toe cream eggs? Who's mentioning?
Oh, that's Phil.
That's a touchy subject. That Phil, where's me cream egg? You better have saved me one. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble. I know where you live. I've eaten a cream egg after my
Just the one.
There better be one left. I know where you live.
You disappoint me, Phil. Just one.
I'm going to send the boys round.
The boys. Soup.
Soup? What soup? What soup?
What's that?
Sound, you stupid woman.
Soup.
Soup?
You've got the...
Soup? Since when has soup had an N in it?
You've got the handwriting of
Yeah.
a serial killer.
Right, hang on a minute. You're going on about my handwriting. I've got severe arthritis in my wrist and I can hardly hold a pen. And since when has soup had an N in it? I worry about this woman. I thought you were getting better.
Well, I did say I was still coughing, so I may have to...
No, saying that sound
It looks like soup.
has got an N in it. Soup has got an N in it.
It looks like soup, like you say, you've got the handwriting of the serial killer.
Yeah, right.
We've exhausted the list.
No, we haven't exhausted the list. Did I do a shout out? Joe and Mart, thank you very much for the Get Well card. It was really appreciated. It was a lovely thing to do that.
Yeah, it was. It meant a lot to me, that. I want to see the mice. I've seen the cat, but that might have been Mark's hair. I want to see the cat,
Mike,
the mice.
please don't.
I want to see the mice.
I want to see Mark shave his hair. That's what I want.
I want to wax your legs.
You're not waxing me legs.
Why not? Come on. Come on, everyone. Shall we wax his legs first?
She was on about doing that thing on my chest, weren't you? No, no, I'm having none of that. No chance. So I want to see Martin shave his head. You're next, Martin. Come on. I want to see the
Do it.
yeah, do it. I want to see the pay giving page set up, and it'd be nice for you to get that head of hair off.
You've got tomato sauce all over your face, love.
We're doing all right on subs at the moment, so we're getting close to 1,500 subs, which is for us. It's absolutely mind bending. It's mind boggling for us. So we thought, as a thank you, when we reach, if I'm saying when, if we reach 1,500 subs, we're going to do like a little bit of a raffle, a little bit of a giveaway. So it'll be a nice little prize for somebody.
A homemade skirt it'll be.
One of your cross stitches. No, it'll be a nice little something for somebody to win. So we'll do like a little raffle. May do one of these random comment selectors on, you know, on Google or something. But it'll be a nice little prize if we make it to 1,500, because we're getting really close, and it's just the support that we've been getting over the last 18 months. Well, 2 years. It's just been absolutely phenomenal. It's just been amazing. I know, and I will get to them, but you keep stopping and saying there's nothing else to mention. But oh please tell me someone hasn't let go. Oh, everybody will sign off now. It's a good job this isn't smelly vision, isn't it? Luch, there's something wrong with you. You need to go to a vet. I'm just trying to go through. Draw for a cream egg. There's an idea.
Draw for a cream egg.
There's an idea to win a cream egg.
Phil's cream egg.
Yeah, and Phil can pay for it and all. Someone's mentioning chocolate orange. Now there's another favourite chocolate orange. Oh!
Nanny always buys you
Rolling with the Robinsons. Hello, thanks for joining us.
Your turn next, I think, on the...
All this talk of chocolate makes me want to go and buy some, but not allowed.
Oh.
I'm not allowed, but you know, what she doesn't see, she doesn't know about.
Oh, I could see it, all right.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
What the hell's that? What's that?
That's my impression of your belly. Oh, you can smell it now, can you, Mike? Yeah, that was a stink.
Damien says, I hope to win a skirt.
I'll make you a skirt.
Is there something you're not telling us, Damien? I only wear a skirt at weekends.
It can have little caravans on it. Yeah, little ditzy printed caravans.
Hi, John. Greetings from Scotland. Do you know what? We keep saying this, don't we?
Oh, we've more
Scotland. It's right up there on our places that we want to visit. It's just the logistics, isn't it, with Mike's school and what have you, and trying to get time off at the same time. The 4-day weekends is just not enough. If we were going to come to Scotland, it would have to be for a minimum of a week. But it's right up there, isn't it? On our places that we want to visit. You know, what an amazingly beautiful country, and it's just there waiting for us.
About an awning, haven't we? Whether to buy an awning, but it doesn't look as though.
I'm talking about Scotland, and you go off on a tangent that direction.
I was just thinking. I thought Scotland.
Talk about an awning and want the one you want, and what does people think of it?
I would like.
And I'll read these.
Is it Air Pro? The one with the bow front. I really, really like that. But it's not cheap, is it?
Dave from Desmond's Dondas wrote, show us your handwriting. I want to know what a serial killer's handwriting looks like.
No,
Get off!
Seriously?
No, it's hard to write with what? Serial killer? What do you mean, serial killer? Outrageous. No, it's hard. Can you die quietly?
Sorry.
Or is that joke in bad taste? It's a bit bad taste, really, isn't it? Anyway,
Come on. Sorry.
yeah, have you tried writing when I can hardly hold the pen correctly? It's getting better, but very, very slowly. And because of the pandemic, I haven't been back to chase this treatment up, so it's on hold, and I'm still
Yeah.
suffering with it now.
Oh.
But anyway, that's quite a funny comment. That I like that one. I bet you I've missed loads of comments.
So,
So what this awning? The Camper
Pro.
Pro Ace
Ace
500.
500, yeah. I'd really like one of them.
Phil's going to go on one now and say, no, you want an outdoor revolution.
Well, Phil, what's the difference? Are they not the same? I don't know. What's the difference between them? You see, I don't even know if we need an awning because we've got a massive one, but
Yeah, but new van, new awning, because we've bought everything else
they
new.
look dead smart though, don't they, the air ones?
Well, that was the whole idea, because we've managed to get this newer van. We bought all new stuff for it. We didn't put any of the old stuff in the van, so we bought all new. So we thought, well, might as well go for a new awning, but
I just thought you're like Victor Meldrew. That's the sign your head like
I
that.
don't believe it, Margaret. Don't set me off with that,
Don't
please.
make me laugh again, I'll just coughing.
Don't set me off with the Victor Meldrew. Claire,
Yes.
I am as crafty as I like doing things like sewing.
Oh, me too.
Oh God, and not another one.
A cross stitch.
No, rock painting, etc.
Ah,
So that's why we're called crafty caravanners.
I get it. I like it.
Because
I
cross
like anything.
stitching, now dressmaking, sewing, knitting, anything with needles and
You
things.
name it, I do it.
She frightens me with them things. Ooh, don't like them things.
What? Missing needles?
Yeah, don't like them.
Oh, okay. What are you doing up there for?
Sandra, hi Sandra. I'm trying to read these.
Sorry. Yes, hello everyone who's joining us. Welcome to the madness.
Oh, crafty caravanners. Mark from Hitch Up and Toe likes to wear a skirt and lippy every now and again. Don't we all? Only at the weekend.
You go to Tesco in
On special occasions, yeah.
usually in the awning. Dear.
Um,
I don't even know what we're...
It's very picturesque here in Widnes. Nothing wrong with Widnes. I've been to Widnes.
I haven't been to... I think I might have been through it.
Is that dog again?
Yeah.
I'm so
I
sorry.
love the way she comes to sit next to me and then drops her book. Oh. So, yeah, the usual life from us, isn't it? Just inane ramblings.
Yes, Roland Wood Robinson, he said, ha, bit of bad taste. Yeah, I know. I can't help it. I'm terrible. Just reminded me, I've got a cup of coffee down there. I'm going to have to get that drunk. It's going cold.
So, any comments about this here awning?
Yes, I was going to buy a camper, but saw lots of people complain about the condensation issues with them. Well, there's condensations with every awning that we've used so far. We've used 3 so far, haven't we? And
There is with us.
it always condensates up, doesn't it?
We have a load of condensation all the time, but
I just think that's when the awning's getting warm during the day on a summer's day, and then the temperature plummets in the night,
yeah.
and that's what causes the condensation in it. I don't think you're going to stop that.
Mind you, I don't suppose it helps when we leave sort of dry clothes in there either. Probably.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help. David Desmond Donners, Scotland is top of my places to go to. He lives there.
He's in a nice lockdown place. Yes, I'd like to go to Scotland. I've got a friend from Scotland.
It's killing us not being able to get out into the countryside. That's what's killing us, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're used to climbing up mountains and visiting castles and middle of Wales.
We
And
climb
drag myself up.
Yeah,
Is that what you're going to say?
You heave yourself like some sort of...
Hey, hey, have you checked out my man challenge? Second or third highest mountain in Wales. Well, yeah, after Snowdon.
I've seen your man challenge. Thank you very much.
Just please. I think I did well getting up to the top of glider for however way you pronounce it. I can never pronounce it, but it did nearly kill me. Yes, granted. Right, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. I do apologise, even though it says I love tea.
That's my cup.
Yeah, but my cup's all chipped and it won't look very good to everybody watching.
To the viewing public.
Yeah.
How red my face is.
Right, oh, Claire, I like cross stitching too.
Oh, that's my favourite. Do you want to see what I'm doing right now?
No, we don't
Yes.
want to see what you're doing right
She
now.
does, I'm sure she does.
Oh God, here we go. Oh, what have I started? I've set her off. Oh no.
Here we are. This is going to be
Jones going back in the caravan. Hi.
a cross-stitch Christmas tree skirt. I don't know whether you can see much of it because it's got the Q snap on it, but
Love.
yeah.
This is for the love of caravans, not for the love of cross stitching.
Well, you know, she might be interested in what I'm doing.
I nearly spilt it then. Right, sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments.
What's happening with your cup of tea now?
We try to get out of witness as much as we can. Do your own way. What's wrong with witness? I've only been once. It was when it was in my YTS days in the 80s. That's when I last went to witness.
Yeah. So who else have we got?
Sun camp air horning had for 5 years, no problems. Well, we've looked at them all, but you love that bow front, don't you?
I love the bow front, but I can't figure out. Does it come with curtains, or are they just like a sticky blind, or what?
They all come with curtains. Otherwise, you're just going to have a clear see-through window, aren't you?
Some of them just look like a shower curtain.
Last weekend's, come on, witness is not that bad. I haven't heard anything bad about witness.
I'm not even entirely sure where Witness is. To be fair, is it outside Liverpool?
Well, it's not Liverpool, is it?
No, it's on the outskirts.
Why
are we talking about Witness anyway?
I've no idea. It's you.
Oh, dogs drinking.
Damien, highest peak in Holland? Question mark.
Highest peak
Oh, he's a
in
funny
Holland.
one, isn't he? He's funny. Holland, flat as a pancake, isn't he?
Oh,
It's got lots of canals. Don't know about mountains.
dog's just finished with tea off.
Lovely. Well, you put it on the floor. Like your fault. Isabella. Yeah, Isabella. But have you seen the price of Isabella awnings?
Oh, I love them. They're the ones with the little round window.
I saw a really nice one, didn't I? Until I looked at the price. I nearly fell through the floor.
Yeah, I do like Isabella.
You'd have to take out a loan for that. It's two and a half grand or something.
Yeah, I love the little round window. Yeah.
I've climbed every mountain in Norfolk, head up and toe. Another flat as a pancake. I lived in Ipswich, not far from Norfolk. Didn't like it there. Ian, Poshcats camping. Ian, we know you want to walk the bridge at Tintagel again.
Oh.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, that new bridge at Tintagel was awesome, wasn't it?
How would you know? Had your eyes shut the whole
No,
way
it didn't.
out?
No, it didn't.
You did. You were clinging on to my backpack. Going, move. Just walk. Hurry up. Just keep walking. Keep going.
Lies. All lies. It was that fella that was in the middle of the bridge, and Woody held move for us when he could see how terrified I was. Don't do heights. So we went straight down the middle, didn't we? I managed to do it in the end, but to be honest with you, as the views are spectacular, especially of the little bay where Merlin's Rock is.
Yeah, we
The
finally
views there
found
were
Merlin's Rock
amazing.
After all these years of going, finally. Well, you found him, didn't you?
Yeah, he was actually chiselled into the rock, wasn't he, his face? But anyway, the views are stunning. But the actual castle itself, I was left a little bit disappointed when I.
It is very old.
Well, I know it's old, but I just expected just a little bit more. But I still enjoyed it. I still loved it. The top tip: if you do visit Tintagel, use the Land Rover. It's not so bad walking down, but oh my God, walking back, it's literally. I can't do this with my gammy wrist. It's literally like that. So if you imagine walking up that, it was horrific, wasn't it? And I think the Land Rover was only a couple of quid, but there was a massive queue when we were there, so we didn't bother. We walked. I know. I hope the dogs don't do that again, otherwise they're out. So that's the top tip. If you do visit Tintagel Castle, if you're physically fit, the complete opposite to us, use the Land Rover, because otherwise it's a hell of a walk, isn't it?
Hard. And it's not particularly good if you're not very steady on your feet. It's quite rocky.
It's not one for anybody that has any walking issues, any walking disabilities. And wear sensible shoes as well, because there's quite sharp rocks and things, isn't it? A lot of steps that are quite steep as well. It's knackering, but we really enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let me just read a couple more comments. So we're just worried now with this lockdown. How long is it going to last? Are they going to let us travel and just keep distancing?
Yeah.
Because I've listened to a couple of MPs on Twitter and on Facebook and all the rest of it, and they mentioned months, i.e. they're having to do rescue packages for business that will keep them in business for the next 12 months. Excuse me.
I don't think we'll be going to Cornwall.
Cornwall looks very, very doubtful, which I'm absolutely devastated about. But, you know, in the great scheme of things, I think it's, you just have to, live with it and start planning for next year, I think.
We've got a nice new Caravan and we've only used it twice.
I know, it's devastating, isn't it?
Storage, we can't even just go and sit in it and pretend we're away.
Could you just chuck them out, love? They're getting too excited. Yeah, the dogs are getting a little bit excited now. There's no treats left. Is that what the problem is? Been watching you for a while and recommended you to my customers at the Caravan dealer I work for. Oh, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. You two are so funny. Start of the show, I'm afraid. I'm just the brains of the outfit, aren't I?
I'm afraid sometimes my gob just runs away before I've actually had a chance to think.
See, what the problem is, I'm always behind the camera, so when I'm teasing you, it doesn't really get in the final cut, does it? Or you're teasing at me with me baldy head and all the rest of it. But anyway, it's all fun and we love it.
You're just crying out to be made fun of, though.
No need for that. It's a bit harsh.
Oh dear. Yeah, so I'm surprised we've still got anybody watching this inane trouble.
Bob Earnshaw, never had condensation in our awning. Never up long enough. Always blowy and windy. God, yeah. It was horrific in Cornwall last year for those first few days, wasn't it?
I know.
Damien Hollenberry couldn't get his awning up either. We had to just leave ours all packed up for the first couple of days, didn't we?
We did.
It was just a howling gale. We were this close to cancelling and moving the holiday forward, weren't we, because of those 2 days? But I suppose we were a bit foolhardy and we just went down there and it was a bit windy, wasn't it? But
a bit.
Well, we didn't feel it rocked the caravan or anything while travelling down there, did we?
Not while we were travelling down, no, but when we got there.
Once we'd set up, that following night and day, oh my God. I know we're right on the coast at Trewethick, but it was horrific, wasn't it? Yeah. It was quite scary at times because the caravan was really rocking for all the wrong reasons. Ba-bum. Oh, you nasty pasty, you.
Well, you're coming up.
Flint Castle. We've been to Flint Castle.
Been to Flint Castle.
That's a nice little castle, that.
you know, in Wales when...
Oh God, how many castles have we been to in Wales, love?
No, there was one, was it Flint, where there was all horrible needles and things?
No, that was one we didn't vlog it in the end because there wasn't really that much left of the castle. We still had a nice walk,
We did, it was.
but we sat down on a bench just as we were coming down from this castle. Can't remember what that castle's called, but anyway, we sat down and we had a drink out of our flask, and then something caught our eye, and we looked down, and there's a hypodermic needle at the side of the bench, and the dogs had been walking around and everything, so we got everything packed up, off we went. It was disgusting, wasn't it? How anybody could do that in such a nice place. It was just horrible, wasn't it? Never want to experience that again.
So, I feel like I should be filling in while he's reading, but I don't really know what to gab on.
Bailey Adventures, they say they've got an outdoor revolution air beam, survived the storms in Cornwall last summer, and the storms in Feb. Great awning.
Well, that might be one to look at. Because we got a big awning with the Caravan, didn't we? With the big heavy pole thing.
Here's someone knowledgeable. Bob Earnshaw, Valkenburg Castle, highest peak in the Netherlands. He's been there.
That sounds interesting, isn't it, Valkenburg?
Going across to the continent is something is another thing we long to do.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm probably going to set Caravan Vlogger off with the talk of France, but at the risk of that, we'd love to go over to France. We'd love to go to
Normandy.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's the easy option.
Yeah.
It's the easy option. We just nip across from Dover into Calais and then find a campsite in the Normandy area, because we've got an interest in everything World War II, haven't we? And we'd love to go and visit all the, all the memorials and visit all the beaches. And, really, it would have been nice to have gone this year. Wasn't this year
It was anniversary.
anniversary? Or was it last year?
But
anyway, that's something we'd love to do. A friend of ours that you've known since you were a little girl, he goes across from Hull to the Netherlands, doesn't he?
Well, you went from...
No, he goes from Hull. It costs a bit more, but he goes, and he says travelling and visiting place in Holland is a hell of a lot cheaper, because apparently there's a lot of toll roads in France and there isn't that many in Holland, so he says it's a hell of a lot cheaper and it's just as beautiful as France is. So, and I know what have you been feeding the dogs? I'm just so sorry. Jones Clan, I did start watching that vlog to have a look inside of that awning. I just got sidetracked, so I will come back to that video and have another look. They've got a pretty the same awning. I can't remember what size, but they show you all the inside of it. I'm going to have a proper look at that video.
Those groovy windbreaks as well, windbreaks.
Yeah, they were expensive, but they did actually look really solid.
Nice ones at the show,
I could have spent a fortune at the show. I could have spent a fortune. Well, we did in the end, but we could have spent a hell of a lot more, couldn't we?
Yeah.
If I hadn't have given you an out-of-date credit card.
You did that on purpose. I'm stood there and she's going, I'm sorry, it's declined. Redder than I am now. Bloody out of date.
I hadn't put me new Barclay card in my wallet, so I'd handed me old one. Sorry, love. We got the stuff in the end, didn't we?
We did.
Never mind. These things happen, love.
They do, usually to us, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it is. All sorts of things happen to us. The bridge was under construction when we went last July. It had just been completed. It had only been open a few days when we went, didn't it?
It had, yeah.
Because we were worried that it wouldn't be open in time.
Yeah, because it was delayed, wasn't it? It kept saying on the English Heritage website it had been delayed.
It's just an amazing feat of engineering, isn't it? Where it's been built and how it's been built with that gap, so it doesn't actually join, does it? It's just, it is amazing, but it scared the living daylights out of me. I still can't believe that I crossed it, but I did.
You wouldn't go back though. You wouldn't go back the other way.
I'm amazed so far. Caravan vlogger hasn't mentioned France, or will he get to it further down here?
Oh,
I never did get to edit that footage of me and you trying to do a little intro at the NEC show.
it is quite funny.
To be honest with you, I might do something with it and show you it, because it is actually quite funny. Talk about best laid plans. It might make the next blooper reel, won't it? I think I'm going to have to use that now. We have a holiday booked in July, Crafty Caravanners again. The campsites haven't cancelled it yet. Yeah,
No,
Archewetis hasn't cancelled, because that one is booked for the last 2 weeks of August, and I'm just hoping they allow us to travel, but maybe keeping the social distancing. We like to go to places that are quieter than the main hot spots anyway, don't we? It was only really St Michael's that was really busy, wasn't it? Everywhere else wasn't that busy.
Gets to do his pirate restaurant.
Oh, the Jamaica Inn, yeah.
That. Mind you, I like the Jamaica Inn.
Twice we went last year. We were very naughty. Look, we just like the atmosphere in there, and Mike likes the, all the pirate paraphernalia, so it's kind of becoming like a yearly thing now, isn't it?
So hopefully we're meeting well at Truetters, aren't we? I think the Hollandberries perhaps might be coming down, and I think Graham and Mandy are as well, aren't they? Caravan vlogger.
Henry Barnett, I think this year will be called off. Do you know what?
I do,
It's looking that way, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely devastating for us.
I think it will.
Just like it is going to be for everybody else, because it's just a bit frustrating. I know it sounds awful with what's going on in the world. It does sound awfully selfish, but we were just so excited to get in the caravan, and then this happens and you just can't use it, and it's just
like, you spend money on a service and it's just sitting there. Mind you, one of my friends has just spent, not just before lockdown, put his entire year's fees down for seasonal tickets. And not been able to use that.
I
don't know how they're going to start reintroducing.
It's nothing in comparison to what we see on the news every day. All these people dying. It's devastating. I just hope we're now over the worst of it, and I've felt it firsthand.
I must admit, I think I've realised how lucky I've been.
Yeah, we got off lightly because look at poor Harry, one of the good guys in the depot. But I know Harry, he wouldn't want us all moping. He'd want us to to carry on and remember all the laughs we had. Yeah, they're all going to wear. Yeah, they're all going to drive with Celtic shirts on, which is going to be a nice touch. I'm not allowed to go and do the minute silence for Harry, because anybody with any sort of problem like asthma or COPD, they don't want you anywhere near the depot. So I've been told to do our own little minute silence. So I'll have to do our own minute silence here.
A lot of pregnant pauses, I think, is the word.
Yeah, but love, I'm just trying to read everybody's.
I'm on about, I don't know what to say.
We'll talk about your new hobby. She's taken over the kitchen. You can't use the kitchen table now. It's now a cutting bench now for dressmaking, skirt making. She even wrapped it round my waist before.
Well, I tried. I had to use Joshua.
I did look rather nice in it though, didn't I?
It was your colour, actually.
Pink.
Pink flowers. Yeah. What's your colour? I've become very, very acquainted with my student. I've called it Wilson.
Bailey Adventures. We were in Cornwall at Tregerton at the same time as you. Those storms were awful.
Oh,
yeah, weren't they just? absolutely shocking.
Mm.
We were all,
Quite scary,
it, it was
really.
it was hit or miss whether we were actually going to make that holiday. Like I say, we just went for it, and we rode out the storms, and then it was still a bit off and on for the first week, till the Hollandberries discussed, wasn't it? They were
Oh, God,
devastated
they went home and
because
then
they
it
went home and then the weather got nice. It got really nice.
Oh, yeah. Michael made a little friend, didn't he, called Evan? Yeah, first time he's actually made a friend. It was lovely seeing them going up and down on their little bikes,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Desmond, don't mention France. Too late. Oh,
Oh,
the F word.
oh,
Yeah, did I mention the F word?
kiss me, Chef.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. He hardly ever mentioned it.
No, I thought it was very restrained. Oh, look, he just popped up.
No, that's last weekend's.
Oh,
We
no.
love Normandy. Bob again want to go back. Well, we're yet to venture across the channel, but it is. We are planning it. We will do it eventually. I think now we've got this better van, more modern van. I think it could happen in the next couple of years.
I hope so.
Because we'd love to. It's like Scotland. We'd love to go to Scotland. We'd love to do this. We'd love to do it. It's
But
just
the thing is, with Michael,
finding the time and
it's not so much that he doesn't travel particularly well. And I think Cornwall at the minute's our limit, isn't it? That really is pushing it. But yeah.
Belgium and the Netherlands are great too. So there's loads of options for us. Sorry, I'm just
trying to think of something.
we still have a Vango 520 going spare. Yes, but how much?
Who's this guy?
Damien's. Remember the Kalahari awning?
Have you? The one that you had PMing.
Yes. Let's talk. Let's talk money. Let's talk.
I tell you what, I'll swap you, Damien. I'll make you a nice skirt out of that, and then we can swap on.
Let's do a deal. A skirt for an awning. We're going to get a good deal if that goes ahead.
Very good, yeah. I might even manage a patch pocket.
Oh, Belgian chocolate
I
and
don't
lace
like-
from Bruges.
I've got some lace from Bruges, but I don't actually like Belgian chocolate. I don't know why.
You've got lace and didn't show it to me. Keeping it for another man, eh?
Can't wear it. You use it as like a...
Sandra's gone. I'm still catching up. She's probably gone by now.
Nice for people to take tours.
Well, I'm very grateful for the people still being here and us listening to our rabbiting on and waffling and chunnering. Got to be careful with France sites as need a good mover to get onto some pictures.
What, quad movers?
What was that? Quad movers,
What?
yeah.
Don't say quad
We don't need to worry. We have quad movers, unlike some people.
Why is your comments in red?
It's not. It's where we've been tagged. I'm sorry.
Oh.
We probably missed Sandra. Sorry, Sandra.
Oh, bye, Sandra. You've got quite a... The government's telling us to shut up. I'm missing casualty.
Are we stopping people watching Casualty?
I don't know.
I haven't watched that since the 80s. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to catch up with some of these comments.
Yeah, what?
Bailey Adventures. Inside Knowledge thinks we will be using our caravan from late June. Well, if that is the case, as long as it sounds really selfish and awful again with what's going on. Hopefully, this is going to be under control and no more loss of life, because that's the last thing anybody wants. And you know, let's hope we can get back to some kind of normal life. I just worry about, because I'm starting to worry about my job, because I can't see how the government can keep paying everybody's wages who's on furlough for more than 3 months. Because it'll run into billions and billions of pounds, won't it? And I just worry that if this goes on longer than the 3 months, will I have a job to go back
the
to?
shops and things open, they're going to want the transport.
How are all these
you know.
private little sites? I worry about the um,
The hours and then-
the club sites for both clubs.
Mm.
But I worry about all our little sites that we go to that are independent, all these little farm sites, and they rely on that extra income just to survive. And that's why we like to support some of the independent sites, because without people coming to stay in their sites, they'd go under.
Yeah.
And our farming industry is on its knees as it is at the best of times. So, I'm worrying too much, aren't I? I'm gonna send myself over the edge if I carry on like this. I'm sure the government know what they're doing, but it is getting really worrying, because I've 6 weeks of furlough, so it could potentially be another 6 weeks.
Well,
What happens then if the situation hasn't
I'll
improved
be
enough?
going back to work soon. I'm only off, so
Another week or so, haven't you? When you're back.
I might have another talk. I don't think it would be very attractive me coughing up a lung trying to serve someone that has a thing to I think
Yeah.
would appreciate that.
Bob thinks after a couple of months or so.
Yeah.
I just miss it so much. I know it's really selfish with everything that's going on. It's become a massive part of our life. It's completely, I know it sounds really dramatical, but it hasn't it? When we got the little eldest back up and running, and then the pageant came along, it completely changed our life when we started the YouTube channel. And I've loved every minute of it.
I managed tents for so long.
Yeah, I don't know why why did we
Without
start camping?
killing
I still
each
don't
other.
know. Because we had a caravan, it was sat in the garden, and we used it once, and then we started camping. I don't know why, because when I look back now,
because the Xantia didn't have a tow bar.
no, my C5 didn't have a tow bar on, but then I think that's probably. But then what?
Which car did I write off?
My Xantia, and I
Even
bought the
though I
C5.
wasn't actually in it.
I bought the C5, and it didn't have a tow bar. So we started camping for a bit, but then it went on for years, and then we bought your Citroen C5, and it had a tow bar on it when we bought it. So then we got a trailer for the camping, and then we thought, hang on a minute, got a caravan there, so bought, let's get the caravan up and running. And then that was it, life changed for us. And this part of our life now has just been amazing. We've just loved every minute. Look at all these lovely people that we've met and had so much fun with on social media, and the people we've met in real life. It's been a bit
We've got a lovely community, haven't we?
That's why it's a fantastic community. I can't name one person that I've not liked. Everybody's been absolutely amazing. The people I've met at the show and things like that. It's been surreal when you've been walking around the show and someone will tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hi, Ian," and you're like, "Hello," and they go, "We watch your channel." It's quite spooky. Even me and Graham get collared by Martin and Joe trying to have a coffee. But it is fun. Such nice people that we've met. It's been awesome.
Yeah, made some lovely friends.
My wife, Henry Barnett, my wife loves reading and knitting all the time. Yeah, I lose my wife to cross stitching, don't I?
Yeah, I like reading, but my reading material probably isn't.
Yeah, better weather in France to the UK. Yeah, we see it, don't we, on the weather reports?
My last book was Death Road Final Minutes.
There are a lot of caravanners with crafty hobbies. Yes, Juliet from Lost Weekends.
Oh, my Juliet! I love your rugs.
Why'd you call her your Juliet? Does she
my-
know she's your Juliet?
She is my Juliet.
What does she say
know.
about you calling
I
her
don't know.
your Juliet?
She's just my Juliet.
Anybody been to Croatia? I haven't
No,
been
but
anywhere
I
for
believe
years.
It's beautiful, Croatia. Somebody in work went, and it's supposed to be beautiful.
Linda Leedham, Kalahari is good. We've got the 420. Damien says, swap for 2 skirts. You're
Two
on.
skirts.
You've seen this, every people. It's in the comments. 2 skirts for the Cagliari awning.
Send us your waist.
Deal, virtual handshake. Ah, be rest.
I need your waist measurement.
Will it go? Will you be able to go that big? Have you got enough
lying.
material for that big?
Jeez.
Oh no, please. Keep that to yourself, Claire, please.
I'm sorry.
I'm just...
Oh, dearie me, Lucci, what have you
Oh, we've missed Desmond Donders. Bye.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves.
Oh dear. I suppose most people do,
I know. Are we starting to ramble on a little bit too much now? I just want to say, I hope everybody's keeping safe and well. I don't know what everybody thought of our question and answers vlog, but we had so much fun laughing at that, didn't we? I wouldn't mind, but we were laughing and larking around that much. We forgot half of what we wanted to put into it, didn't we? Anyway, and then only came to realise that we've missed loads of bits once I started editing.
Oh, did we? Did we miss questions?
Well, I was supposed to say you got so many incorrect, and then you passed on no passes. I meant to say all that. Like what's his face says? What's his name? Humphreys. John Humphreys. But anyway, the government knows what it's doing. Well, you know, yeah, well, you know what I mean. In the loosest form, they know what they're doing. They're following the guidelines they're getting from scientists, etc. Maybe they could have acted a little bit quicker. But you know, they're trying everybody's patience. Rolling with Robinsons, good night.
Good night.
We tow with a C5. Yeah, I had a Citroen C5 V6, 3 litre.
One off as well, didn't I? I wrote the Xantia and the C5 off.
No, the C5 I sold. It was me Xantia that you crashed twice, and the second time you wrote it off, and we managed to
But I wasn't in it.
Category C restore it and get it back on the road.
But I wasn't in it.
Well, you weren't in it. It was parked, and someone smashed into it twice. It's an absolute beast of a car, that 3 litre V6. 24 valve. God, it used to shift. You'd pull the Caravan like that as though it wasn't there.
Yes, how many times did I have to tell you? You've got a Caravan on the back.
Yeah, well, it was just, you know. I've still got a rug, Juliet, in my back of my car. I don't know how we're going to get that to Sandra. It's still there, still in the back of my car.
It's nice and safe anyway.
It's going to be there till after lockdown, isn't it? Juliet says, thank you. Crafty Caravanners, oh, you're welcome. Yeah, we try. We'll send you a few pics of my creations. Claire will love that.
Oh, please do. You must. Please do. I love to see everybody else's work. Please, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, the Beckwiths. I've only just noticed. I should really have put my reading glasses on, shouldn't I? Would have helped. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining us. It's very much appreciated.
Oh.
Not being in a caravan, Jeff Foster. Not been in a caravan since the NEC. Well,
wow,
that was February, wasn't it?
Yeah. We managed to get quite a sight in just about.
We were very, very lucky meeting Phil and Juliet and adventure caravanners, Nigel and Michelle. We managed to social distance, have a little bit of a celebration.
Down the bottle of liquor.
I think we all should spare a thought for Martin and Joe of Itchy Feet.
Yeah.
They bought a caravan and the lockdown happened within a few days later.
Not been in there.
So they've not been away in their new caravan. I'm still gutted for them, you know.
Currently waiting to see Joe's curtains.
So you, what
Measuring up some curtains.
I'm talking about
The snaily.
oh, snaily, yeah.
Hey, what little snails on
Good night, Mark. Hitch up and toe.
Bye bye. Thank you for joining our craziness.
Damien's, he's in his van now. Do you know what? I would love to still have our van in the garden because we'd be in it all the time, wouldn't we? But
too big.
it was a bit of a tight squeeze with Madge the Padge, but this twin axle beast, even with the quad movers, it still would be a bit tricky getting it up the drive and down the side of the house between the two houses. I suppose when you live where Damien lives, it's not an issue, is it? But, you know, I think it's worked out quite well, it being in storage. It's safer there, really, isn't it? I do miss having it in the garden, though. I think we should really... Richard Harrison, good evening from Kent. Hello.
Kent, my daddy's from Kent. Gravesend.
We are loving all your YouTubers keeping us amused in these hard times. Well, you've got to smack... I know, again, this might come across as really bad, but you've got to smile in the face of adversity, haven't you?
Yeah, because being miserable doesn't really change
It's not going to change anything, so we've all just got to make the best of it, haven't we? And that's all we're doing. I think we're trying our best. We're going to make a few more silly videos in the coming weeks. I've got an important one coming soon, and then we'll have to do a couple of silly ones.
And you've got a bit of footage on the telly, haven't you?
Guess what? Some of my drone footage is going to be on BBC One Wales on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. So if you can tune into Wales TV, BBC One, on Thursday, the 7th, at 7:30, you'll see my drone footage. I got an email asking me whether I could release me footage to use in their TV programme, and I've agreed. So, and you never know, I might get my name in the credits, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. I'm just buzzing that my footage is going to be used in a TV programme. I'm so excited, I can't wait. Anyway, I'll have to fill the disclaimer in tomorrow for that. Anyway, so a little bit of news, bit of drone flying fame. Beat that, Damien.
I still haven't forgiven you, Damien, for pretending that he dropped his drone in the sea.
Oh no, that was frightening. And a little bit of wee came out. It's only a £300 second-hand DJI Phantom drone, but when it says landing, landing, and you're like, what, 3/4 of a mile out to sea, honest to God, the look on my face must have been a picture. I was absolutely terrified of just imagining push in the water, but it just made it back, crash landing, didn't it? That'll teach me not to charge up the batteries. I blame Damien for rushing me.
No, we've got to be nice to Damien because we're getting a very nice awning in exchange for 2 skirts.
Caravan vlogger, the fame has gone to his head. Hey, I'm going to be drone famous, drone flying famous on BBC Wales. Woohoo! Lost weekends. Ooh, famous now. Well, I felt famous at the show. God knows what it must be like for people like Andrew Ditton, Trudgeon, Bob Earnshaw. Thousands and thousands of subscribers.
At the show.
You must be getting tapped on the shoulder every 5 minutes. It must be so difficult to get anything recorded.
I think our dogs are more famous than us.
Because the show in Manchester, 5 lots of couples tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Are you Ian for the Love of Caravans?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and then I ended up talking for hours. I loved every minute of it, don't get me wrong, but for the guys who've got channels with thousands and thousands of subscribers, you must get recognised everywhere they go. We even went to a dealer in Cheshire, didn't we? Leisure Sales, and the lady says, you're for the Love of Caravans, aren't you? And it was just, it's really strange, but I suppose if you put yourself out there, you are eventually going to get recognised. Me and Graham were having a coffee in Manchester, just on one of the little benches there, and a bloke said, "Graham, I watch your channel," and it really is surreal. But anyway,
Anyway, I suppose people are getting fed up now.
yes, you're
We've
probably
been
getting
waffling for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've been waffling now, so I don't think we've covered half of what we wanted to talk about, because I think we've waffled. But I suppose that's all the fun of a live. See where your chat takes you. So all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in and watching us rabbit on for over an hour. Ball Family Adventures. All right, guys, I haven't seen you on YouTube for a while. Or have I completely missed? Do you know what? I'm so far behind with everybody's videos. I'm going to have to start catching up with all this time I've got on my hands. It's just that you get a big list of videos to watch, and you just have to pick them off one by one. Yeah, Lost Weekends. Sorry, Phil. Thanks very much for helping us out tonight. Same with Graham, the Caravan vlogger. Thank you for being Blue Spanners. So I think we'll cut it there, I think.
Short, I don't think we can cut it short.
Well, you know what I mean. And I'm pleased Mike's been quite quiet.
Oh, he's playing Roblox. He's alright until somebody kills him.
I'm not impressed with these dogs doing what they've been doing all night. It was an absolute disgrace. So,
terribly.
Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch up with you all on social media at some point.
On the old social media.
Social media, yeah. So thank you very much for tuning in. And
thanks for tuning into the madness.
Well, it wasn't as chaotic as the last one, was it? So
No,
I think we've got off.
Need Treasure this time.
Yeah, Treasure Main. Until the next time, thank you very much, and we'll either see you on social media, or maybe we could do another end of lockdown live. But we're approaching 1,500 subscribers, which is it's just amazing. We can't, very humbling. So if we make it to 1,500, we're going to do a little bit of a prize giveaway. So we may do another live then, and we'll do a bit of a giveaway, bit of a nice prize. I'll think of something nice. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Now I've got to figure out how to stop this. So good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care.
Bye bye.
I have to try and figure out how to stop this now.